All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Mr. Cat action here. Game number 2 of Geek Fam versus
10
Execration.
seconds
One of these
remaining.
teams could be going home right now, or after this game, excuse me.
Team.
I'm Android, being joined once again by Trent. How's it going, man?
Woo!
Hi.
Going great. It's going Mr. Cat time.
Mr. Cat Time, can you briefly summarize game number 1?
Execration got Raji'd. They got Slardar, they got Velo, they got Legioned. I think everyone on Geek Fam just
5
played well.
seconds
Teehee basically didn't have to
remaining.
do anything in mid despite having an OD. He just kind of like sat there and didn't get any help, but didn't need it. And
Radiant team.
kind of a wonky ass draft this time from Geek Fam. So they banned the Meepo, the Darkseer, so we're not gonna have that this time. And then with the Lone Druid and the Weaver both gone, Geek Fam then take the Centaur first overall. Very interesting. You think about all the other heroes. They could have had Raji Slardar. They could have had the Earth Spirit. Just first off, assuming the Execration might have wanted it for DJ, perhaps, if he's going to be back on that 4 role. But the Centaur, I mean, certainly rising in prominence. I mean, he's been the most sought-after offlaner in the past couple days of Mr. Cat. But to see him first pick overall, I mean, Suns fan would just be so happy right now.
Would he, though? I think he's like a little disappointed at the way Centaur's been currently played. I mean, you don't go immediate first item ags anymore. You can't just sit there and let towers destroy you. You kind of have to try a little bit.
Yeah, but he's Centaur.
Yeah,
He's so good.
He's so good. Execration, they're going to try their paws at the Slardar here. How do you think that's going to work out? Because obviously, Raji is a phenomenal, world-renowned Slardar. Execration, do they have the skills it takes to pay the bills here?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm sure if this is going to be DJ on this, assumedly, or if they end up just giving it to 5593, perhaps in the 4 role, and DJ gets some sort of an offlaner. Either way, it's Slardar. You walk up, you crush, you do your thing. The reason this guy is usually the first pick overall for every draft for the past couple months here. And then just the solid Rubik. Not too great against Earth Spirit in terms of steals, but defensively. And then a fantastic against Centaur, too. Always stealing that Stampede.
All right, Execration. They're gonna ban out the Tinker pretty early on. I mean, it's rarely picked aside from last pick, so I guess Execration just want to make sure it's nowhere near the thoughts of Geek Fam to go for a Tinker strat. And they're gonna ban out the Juggernaut as well. I like that pick. Psionics had a very free lane with the Juggernaut early on. He could get his levels, just Omni/solo every once in a while and keep farming. We never really saw the full impact of the Juggernaut because the GG was at 20 minutes.
Seconds remaining.
Yeah, I feel like both the mid and the safe lane didn't even have to do anything that game. That's like a game you play in your
It
pub
was
or whatever,
just
and you feel
Legion
like you're
and
owning.
Slardar.
Yeah, seriously. Like Legion and the supports
Reserve
kind of,
time.
that happens sometimes. You play a game and your impact just isn't that high because someone else has just like owned so hard that you don't need to do anything besides like cast one spell in a fight and just don't miss it. But other than that, like, they didn't have to do like anything. And well, Venge ban to take out the minus armor. I really like the Timbersaw ban just to make sure we don't get into any sort of a weird like safe lane timber aggro situation from Execration and
Ooh.
Slardar's BFF.
Exactly, we got our duo, so Lifestealer's going to be infested on that Slardar, who's just going to sprint and blink in and then crush your face as a very angry Nax pops out, but we'll see what Geek Fam are going to do to deal with that. Of course, we've got the Centaur stun. If you can
10
stamp his feet
seconds
down in time, Earth Spirit
remaining.
can also kick some boulders at your face. And, well, we
5
still are yet to
seconds
see all our,
remaining.
mid and safe lane cores from Geek Fam. Do you think they're going to go back for what was successful last time, or was that so situational? OD and the crew.
I think OD's definitely still very strong. They have the support now, and then this is where they decide in their next two because they got the 4-5
Huskar, man.
right in a row. I mean,
Every
always
time
possible.
I see a
but-
Dazzle, it's just that gut reaction of like, oh god, I want to see Huskar.
We do have a nice game for Dazzle here, of course. We talk about minus armor. Most teams tend to pick Dazzle to counter it,
10 seconds remaining.
get that weave going. I don't know, it doesn't... I don't know, it's mostly, I think, to counter the burst of Slider Lifesteal than the actual minus armor, in a sense. Because obviously, Corrosive Haze just immediately applies it all, whereas Dazzle's is a much longer build-up over time. It doesn't make that big of a difference. But if you can get the Grave off, you get the weave going, then by the time the Grave ends, you've stacked up enough survivability that perhaps you'll be able to turn around the fight. And still just a very solid support. We talk with the Witch Doctor for all the same reasons. Great in lane, great to help in just a single dual lane situation. Lets Earth Spirit be free to roam. The life.
All right, Execration. They're probably going to pick up their secondary support here, unless this is going to be a fully roaming Slardar and they're going to go for their offlaner. We'll see. You can kind of do both things. Do Execration usually run him offlane or position 4?
Should be position 4. I think like every team just runs in position 4. Execration have done it though when they do like Shadow Demon combos and stuff. We've had quite a few of those, right? We'll get like DJ on his Kunkka and we'll just do SD or something. But for the most part, Slardar is better off as a position 4. If you know the position 1, it can be a little bit better. And this is interesting. They're actually going to leave that option till their very last pick here too, which is kind of cool. But they double down on the minus armor. They are going to reveal who their mid is, though, so this opens up to Geek Fam. If that's a weaker mid, you can't do that, right? If this is an Ember, this is where you just get OD'd or something like that. But Shadow Fiend doesn't really care who he faces mid.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend's just going to hit you hard, raise you right in the face. I mean, who does well against Shadow Fiend? Is it, stunny people?
I mean,
OD
does well, but, like, it's mostly those, like, traditional lane killers that you would get, right? And it's more importantly about the position 4 here, too, so if they wanted to do, because they have the Earth Spirit, OD, not only just a good laner, but into a SF with Earth Spirit seems pretty strong to me once again.
Yeah, man, how do you feel about that mid Huskar?
I mean, that would also destroy, but they have Slardar, so heavy physical damage in a stun, burst explosion onto him is nice, and
wow.
Yeah, it's a good pick too.
Geek Fam, they're saying, all right, maybe we're thinking we're going to go Ember Spirit. You're right. So I have all the cards on the table right now. Execration still got their last ban. Geek Fam still going to be looking at... Is this 100% mid Ember Spirit, or is there a chance it's position 1 and Geek Fam are just messing with them?
It's definitely a chance if they wanted to. But I think mid's still a little bit better. They don't have any setup for the roaming in Slardar anyway, so there's not really much point to send him to the safe lane. It's not like he's in danger mid. At least not like insane danger provided by the hero that's going to be there, so I think that's fine.
All right, last ban coming out here. Geek Fam trying to figure out what Execration are looking at for their final pick, which I think is still a little bit of a mystery even for us.
5 seconds remaining.
There's pretty much Execration, for Geek Fam, there's pretty much only like Slark, I guess, would be. I mean, we just saw him, but...
Yeah, I feel like that was underwhelming at best, but Slark can start a very different snowball if he has a good time in lane. I think one of the reasons why Geek Fam had such a successful game number 1 is because Legion just pooped on that Slark from minute 1. Just made sure he wasn't farming, went in there, got the first duel on him, so kept him at bay.
Yeah, I'm likely trying to decide right now, like, what hero could Execration pick? Like, how risky can we go with our safe laner? Like, how open can he be? And then who do we ban? TB's actually not bad at all. When I see Slardar Lifestealer, I immediately want to start thinking about how I want to play as a team to avoid the benefits of Slardar Lifestealer, which is what kind of brings up heroes like OD, because not only does he have a secondary save, much like Dazzle with the Grave, but he brings you into these 5-man Dota ideas, where Slardar and Lifestealer are going to be a lot weaker. They punish split push, they punish people on their own. And Geek Fam instead just opting for like super safe, kind of like Ember Spirit, hard to catch out even with the Slardar and stuff. So I like the Axe ban. That tends to mean that it's probably going to be a slightly riskier safe laner, like someone like that Slark who can be punished before level 6. You do a little off lane up there with Slardar and Axe, and life would not be fun for you.
Yep, and also just making sure that Catch is off the table, and the Luna pickup for Geek Fam. A little bit greedy, but has got phenomenal late game potential. I mean, even mid game, it's going to be really difficult to walk up against Geek Fam.
Yeah, she's fine for sure. This makes Execration. Off laners left in the pool now, and a Luna lane. Not a fun time. This is definitely going to be an Iron Talon hero.
5 seconds.
Maybe they'll just go back for the Tide. Ugh, his cooldowns are so long, though.
Yeah, if you have a Tide, you're so focused around that ulti, and you can't do anything if it's not up. I mean, you can't even bring your Shadow Fiend, Lifestealer, or Slardar in for an Infest gank, because you have nothing to hold anyone in place, aside from maybe a well-placed Crush or Lift, but I think Geek Fam definitely have a little bit more lockdown, a little bit more damage, Get their
I think
name right now.
Remaining.
Bat's actually okay.
Would they go Bat and Slardar?
5
Seems a little
Yeah,
bit
I think that's
excessive.
good.
Or
just
not.
Ogre.
So it is going to be an off-lane Slardar.
Yeah, so this is basically the idea would be if they don't go Bat, I was actually thinking something greedier in terms of like jungling as a support rather than the Ogre, but this will really help bully into the mid lane. He doesn't help set up on the Ember too well though, unfortunately, which means Slardar still like we always talk about how Slardar is one of those supports, or rather one of those offlaners that can rotate before level 6. It's very strong. I mean, that's why he works as a position 4. But you have a Shadow Fiend and an Ogre. Like, it's going to be a smoked up Rubik with the telekinesis on the Ember to kick things off, which certainly could happen, but a little bit more difficult. Doesn't Iron Talon very quickly. Pretty slow jungler. Going to be a tougher start here for Execration, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I think the lanes might be a little bit more even than last time. I think Execration might be able to get their cores at least off the ground, whereas, Slark game 1 was just smushed into the floor. It's still going to be tough, though. I think Geek Fam have a really synergistic mid game, whereas Execration, they're still going to be relying on their cores getting, pretty beefy.
I wonder why they didn't like Enigma or something.
That's
Like the Bat
so
Rider would have been a
greedy.
dual lane with the DJ. Well, it's not that greedy though. I mean, you have an Earth Spirit, and it's a dual lane of a Luna and a Dazzle. Looking to actually force rotations into your jungle would be nice. Ember's not doing anything until he's like level 6, 1 rotation, then he just farms again until he's level 10. Instead, it's just this like we're gonna try and Lumic's just gonna be a man and try and fight you mid and slow down your Ember Spirit as much as possible and hope that opens up enough for DJ here to get into a blink.
Alright, I believe in this Psionics Luna, just because I think Psionics is a phenomenally skilled player, but it is real greedy and relatively easy to punish in lane if Execration want to rotate a lot of resources into that top.
I think she'll be fine. I mean, Lunar Blessing, you have a Dazzle. You can't do anything. You get slowed by this Poison Touch, and Psionics is just going to walk on you. I think their heroes are not equipped. I mean, they could, if they bring up fully Lumic the entire time with the Slardar, maybe, but even then you're going to get like absolutely destroyed mid on Nando if you do that.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just thinking of, Luna. She's a little bit squishier than some cores, a little bit less survivable than like the Juggernaut, for example, last game. But you can kind of just lose and beam you and try to walk away. So if they do bring their full rotation, could be a nice early kill to snag. But I agree, once Psionics actually gets levels and gets a first item, this Luna's going to be coming at you.
Well, it's going to be kind of like a reliving of game number 1 with this whole like Shadow Blade Slark and this Deso TA and like trying to find that same moment again. This time it comes a lot earlier. It'll be the Blink Dagger for DJ or even just like an armlet for Gabby, and they'll try a rotation without Blink. But not easy, This is like Velo did with that Legion Commander, where you just got to get the ball rolling, the momentum. You can't screw up those ganks and those duels, and the game just becomes super easy. They have to do the same thing here with Infest Bombs.
Alright, so it is going to be our Shadow Fiend versus Ember Spirit mid. Ogre is going to be sticking around just a little bit. Picks up that Ignite, just spraying out the hot garbage, getting that slow, getting a couple tosses of damage, but I don't think they'll be able to kill this Ember. Play nice and safe. Our bottom lane, it's going to be Centaur and currently Raji, who may opt to rotate towards that mid lane, versus 5593 and Rubik and Gabby here, who could be in some trouble. This Lifestealer, he's got nothing to his name here, hasn't even skilled his level 1, could go for the rage and just try to walk away, but he's taking some serious damage. 5593 goes in, lifts up the Centaur. 5593 going to drag him under tower, so he takes a couple of shots, and Gabby going to be able to salve up and get out unkilled, and now Poison Touch top. Looks like Psionics wants to move forward onto DJ, but just going to back off and go back in for the farming. Crimson might be able to handle this one completely solo. A Crush comes forward. Psionics does not have the Lucent Beam, so Slardar will get away, but already a very active match.
Yeah, this is the hard knock life for old DJ. Trying up right away, but good choice to use his resources to bully Crimson as much as possible. Only 2 tangos left, and he can try and continue that. But yeah, once like level 3 for Psionics, even level 2 is going to be a serious issue with DJ fully committing to lane with the poor mans.
Yeah, if there was a Lucent Beam in that fight, that would have just been a dead Slardar. Now, there's the Lucent Beam to start things off, and DJ once again forced out a win.
Crimson's like probably pretty well. All right, it's pretty good actually from DJ.
Just keeping him distracted. But again, Psyonix getting all the farm in the world he could possibly want, and a free farming Luna is terrifying. I mean, when do you think Execration can muster the resources to go and stop that?
Pretty much just when Gabby has Armlet, honestly. They could try a rotation with just like phase or something really early if they want to try and catch him off guard, but for the most part, your lifestealer is just gonna camp out down bottom and wait for that moment. Might be able to bring Lumic up here soon and just chuck out some Ignites though, even if it's not a kill. But mid lane, I haven't taken too much of a look here. This is one great reason why we saw the Ogre pick that I guess we didn't really talk about, but they didn't have the best hero to come in mid and bully. Actually, Slider would have done the same thing, honestly. So, well, maybe it's not that big a deal, but Lumic just here doing what every single Xiaoping game you're going to see, bullying Teehee right off the bat, getting those souls up.
Gabby in some serious trouble. He gets stomped up, he gets rolled on, but a well-timed rage is going to save the day. Up top, we do have the Lucent Beam securing first blood on the Slardar. He finally goes down, like we talked about. Just a couple levels on that Luna make things real tough. And now Nando in the mid lane gets low, able to toss out a couple raises onto Teehee. And you get that Ignite as well, so a little bit of burn damage going on him. He's probably going to have to go Shrine as he's out of regen aside from one Fairy Fire.
Yeah, so last hit's looking great for Nando the mid lane. Thanks to this Ogre pick. Certainly the biggest reason to go for it. Teehee only at 8 last hits, and to be expected for sure, but he's going to be looking more towards that bounce back kind of a timing.
Initiation onto Gabby again. He's going to rage away. 5593 could end up hitting the dust here, but no stomp coming out of Velo, just going to secure some farm. And I'm surprised Raji has spent as much time as he has in the bottom lane. I would have expected a little more focus in the mid, but I guess they really do need it to keep Centaur competing with the lifestealer.
Yeah, that, and you need those initial levels at the very least for the Ember just to get into like second point steering chains. Now that he's level 4, they could make a rotation. 5 will be even a little bit better, and maybe you just kind of want to keep that SF a little bit off guard where he's just not expecting that rotation. You come in when you hit 6 on the Ember, perhaps try and get that precise timing, but looks like Raji might just be coming now for a level 5 gank if they can get the 3rd point into one of Teehee's spells.
I'm looking down in the bottom lane here as Centaur will finally get rotated around on. Goes for a stomp, hits onto 2, but he's only level 4, no ult to be found, and that will be a kill for Gabby. Well played there from the Ogre, deciding to leave that mid, and like you mentioned, Raji makes his way in for the dire side, but is it enough to go pressure the Shadow Fiend right now?
Yeah, it's unlikely. I mean, Nando can just... He's got 3 points raises now, so he can blast out this wave pretty fast. It's difficult for Teehee to get into a good position to actually kick this off, and means Raji has to go for like a max reach with the roll and whatnot. He'll just reveal himself mid at this point.
Alright, so Execration definitely looking like they're holding on to stronger lanes than they were, at least in game number 1. I'm still scared of this Luna getting a little too much space. She's going to be doing very well for herself. Second on the last hit chart, switching over to net worth. She's going to be sitting right up there with the Shadow Fiend as well, so definitely someone you got to be ganking, you got to be keeping at the top of your mind if you're Execration. A well-fed, Luna at 30 minutes in is not something you want to play up against.
Yeah, it's sure starting to look good, though. I mean, this is where you bring up Lumic. This is good. Start bullying, put a little bit of pressure on, and with the kill going to the lifestealer, and now they even get a scan on him as well. Nice call there, so they know that this is free, and that means 5593 tries to buy TP. There we go. Not quite close enough to the shop, so he's ready to rotate, knowing that Gabby's going to be fine.
Is it just me that has like a visual bug where Luna's mount has like a weird rock stuck to it?
A rock? Oh. Yeah, there's like a shadow or something that looks weird.
Alright. Looks like here we go. Psyonix just walks into danger, lands one Lucent Beam, but will be stunned up. Crimson going forward, gets the poison touch onto DJ, and now this is going to be a turned fight. Psyonix with another Lucent Beam ready to go is just going to go straight back to farming. No time wasted. Good job on Dazzle coming to save the day. Invis Velo making his way towards mid lane.
I think it's supposed to be like a hair particle that gets like messed up when he turns or something.
Yeah, this lion has just got a little beard problem going on.
Looks hilarious.
It's like flapping in the breeze.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at Luna's face. Her neck is all fucked up. She's looking real forward.
Oh damn.
She's going to get
she's
him.
On the move.
She gonna get him.
That thing is stretched. Oh my god. It looks like the TF2 engineer. Oh my god. That is good. That's a nope.
That's a screenshot. Oh my.
Poor beard just twitching in the wind too.
There we go. I took a screenshot.
You're right, though. It does look like a rock, kind of.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a weird, like, you know how when the Dire Ancient crumbles, it just explodes into a shit ton of rocks? Oh, meanwhile, Nando, about to get dropped. They got the stomp to keep him locked down. Ember Spirit goes in, and they got the damage. Tiki rakes in a kill for himself, and he's going to slow down that Shadow Fiend's net worth lead in the mid.
Oh, fortuitous runes changing Dota once again. Good invis rune picked up there by Velo, made that super easy. And Nando just maybe a little bit. I mean, that's kind of tilting. He was like, seriously, just get invis ruined on my amazing lead as a Shadow Fiend, where I'm just doing my best not to die. But space created, right?
Absolutely. Gabby feeling real comfortable in the life stealer here. I think last game on his Slark, he never got a chance to do. Oh god, my camera. To do anything. But the lifestealer definitely feeling pretty impactful now. Already got what he needs to get back towards the top lane. And we've got our first Eclipse here. 5593, one Lucent Beam away from death. They do get that proc. Meanwhile, Raji able to get another kill mid lane. This is huge right now. This is Geek fam just waking up and coming online.
Ooh, well, this is where the problems start arising. 2 immediate deaths on a Shadow Fiend is very bad. Can't do anything. Didn't even have to use all the remnants. It looks like he just remnants right back under the tower. Efficiency play coming in. Well on his way now towards that Veil, and Vando still just level 6. Painful. 7.5 here for Teehee. Velo not doing too bad for himself either. Didn't even finish his Tranquils quite yet, but getting into Tranquils and his Blink Dagger soon. Not going to opt for the Helm first. Knows that he needs to be ready for the side initiations. Top lane, Lumik should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, Luna might want to dive for this one. She's going to be bringing in some goodies. Picks up a full headdress. She's going in for that first set of combo with the Dominator that we're seeing more and more. So she's feeling real sustainable right now. Her mana's on point. Not really wanting for too much. Oh, mid lane here. Dive in. They've got Velo already committed his stomp, but that's another kill onto the Shadow Fiend. He was doing so well. Top of the net worth chart, top of the last hits for the first, 7 minutes of this game, and then all of a sudden he dies 3 times in lane and doesn't get anything in return.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ugh. It's really not much you can say about that. I mean, there's so much pressure at top. That
DJ just getting bopped around. There's going to be that ult from the Centaurs that go. 5593 is one hit from death. Does end up going down. There's mass TPs from the Radiant side, though. They want to get this, and they will claim Raji. Psionics already well on the way to freedom here. At least it's going to be an even trade, 1 for 1.
Yeah, and smart call, too. Immediately TP's down bottom. Just start pushing that out. He's like, yeah, I know you know where I am. I'll just might just pop into lane and get Corrosive Haze on me anyway. And this will be a good recovery move from Execration, though, if they can pressure this tower. Like, Nando just got sacked, as he said, 3 times mid consecutively because of all this pressure top. Like, they have just been battling into this tower with Luna and double ward coverage as well to try and secure it. It's a really big take, actually, for the Radiant.
Oh, scan here. Looks like Dire know what's up. They're going to be rotating out. So see DJ crawling in. No, and he's probably not alone, so Teehee just going to get himself out completely free. I mean, is he saving up for... You okay?
I'm waiting. Now, are you watching this?
Where are we looking?
Velo, down bottom.
Is he just chilling?
I was just worried about, some possible neutral plays. He's farming at 1 HP, trying to get his blink as fast as possible. So he's just like walking up to neutrals and doing dangerous things. He didn't even opt for his Tranquil Sway yet. Wow, look at this bounty rune. What a player. Blink secured.
Got him.
Oh, do they have a helm or no? Okay, I thought maybe this was extra sneaky if they had a helm ready or something like that on Nando.
Got a recipe ready, so she's
oh no, for
Execration.
Life Stealers being sneaky.
Oh yeah, he's got his little buddy. There's a roll up. It's like, all right, Earth Spirit just wants to hot bail on this.
Yeah, he goes right for the smoke on Velo. This is nice. They have no idea this is coming. Nando's the call.
Gabby pops out of the wolf. It's now or never. It looks like there's going to be that Centaur charge forward. Lumik going to spray out the Ignite, but they've got the kill they want. Oh gosh, it's just going to be a murder
nice
here.
Kick.
As Ogre and the Slardar now cleaned up. 5593 not getting away from that Magnetize. It's going to be the 2 cores that managed to escape, so all in all, the better heroes to get out of there alive. But still Geek fam showing a little bit of dominance. They're going to claim this tower as well after the Fortify ends.
Look at the line too. Just boom. Like, let's go. Raji just wants him. He's like, yo, guys, come on.
He's in it. He's got that tier 1. He's going for the tier 2. Down bottom could be a nice little juicy kill onto Nando once again. They want to make this guy freaking hate himself.
All right, get out.
Man.
Velo, don't do it.
He can't stop. Once he turns on, he's just gotta go. All right,
Buys
so,
out. I got my tranquils. I bought my wand.
dude,
Call that a
100% worth. Taking out that mid Shadow Fiend and keeping him dead, keeping him completely irrelevant in terms of farm and levels. That's fucking worth, dude. All right, Teehee going for that zone. They do got that Rubik lift in a little bit. Limik just gonna be watching as he crosses the river. Meanwhile, we have Crimson, who's in a little bit of trouble there. I think that Dazzle got wind of a rumble going down, wanted to be a part of it, but missed the boat a little bit.
Yeah, just not even gonna bother wasting his TP. All those stuns around.
He's like, I grave and walk the other way. Just follow me if you dare.
Well, it's certainly looking good now for Geek Fam. I'm sure the lead is quite high, about 4K. Was paused for a moment there as they do get at least a couple back their way, but they're right back mid. I mean, this is kind of what their draft has to do, and they still have no blink on Slardar, of course.
Luna now joins in. There's going to be a roll forward. Raji just goes, bops him up. They get the silence. Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
Here we go. There's the bloodshed coming out. A stolen stomp holds the Earth Spirit in place so Rubik can get out safely. At least for now, though, Crimson ready with that poison touch. They can actually get vision. Velo, calm down there, sir.
He YOLO'd on that one a bit.
Yeah, he felt it, dude. His spidey sense was tingling.
Man, Raji is actually playing so well. Like that first engagement where he got the double roll into silence, and then he kicks not only through the 2 people he's initiating on, but he catches the 3rd hero on the Rubik up on the high ground and turns a double kill into a triple, and he kind of does it again there.
Slardar's so close to his blink. He'll make it away. Alright, good boy. You could tell Luna was so hungry for that. She had her little net creep ready to go. Dark Troll Summoner.
Oh, look at this. They're going to pressure top, and Raji's waiting to cancel Nando's TP. He's just like, oh, did you want to go top, dude?
Dude, Raji's just unloading onto Nando here. Drops the Magnetize for 1 hero, and they're probably going to get this. There we go. That is going to be Nando's 5th death in the last, like, 5 minutes. This is so painful right now. Velo in a little bit of trouble here. Doesn't have a hood or anything. Just goes in, double edges, and it takes him down a little bit too far. Radiant, they're going to clean up the Dire heroes down bottom, but meanwhile, Dire, they're making an effort for this tier 2 top, and they should be able to find it, as all the Radiant are now pretty TP-less. Spent a lot getting down here.
Yeah, again, they do buy out, too. Like, he buys the Midas recipe, because he didn't have enough for the Blink Dagger, so a good call there. From Raji, and getting 2 towers, I would say probably, I don't know, it favors Execration I think a little bit because they just need something going, but it's not that bad for Geek Fam, as they're going to lose 1 tier 1 for it as well.
Yeah, looking at the overall net worth, still sliding in favor of the Dire right now.
And that's DJ's blink too.
Yeah, that's going to be big there. Now they've got the initiation they need, no more just trying to squiggle onto someone and crush them. They've now got the jump. Centaur on the Dire side, he's had his blink for a little bit now, so there we go. Gabby goes straight in. We'll find a kill. Velo feels the burn of that blink reveal on DJ.
That was a little bit silly, I think, to be that far out, but again, the blink reveal, so you know, not exactly sure just how close he can be. Nando. Oh, where is he even gone? He's got his Dragon Lance and not too much else. Surprisingly farmed considering the situation. Pretty impressive from Nando. 5 deaths, and he still has about 100 CS here in a moment. Oh, there we go. 103. Yeah, he's doing fine.
Yeah, I mean, he did have a really successful super early game. He did farm better than the Ember Spirit. You'd expect a Shadow Fiend to do that, but those 5 kills in a row, I'm very surprised he's keeping his composure the way he is. I would be just face down on the keyboard.
We have another smoke ready here from the Radiant, but we also don't have Infest for 30 more seconds. This would be kind of a cool time to go, though. We're going to try and catch them a little bit off guard here. 1 pick could mean Roche. They don't have any aggressive vision, at least in the area where the Dire are at the current moment, though. And they're going to walk. They're going to face check, it seems.
Meanwhile, Raji just peering over the cliff. like a widow waiting for her husband to return from the sea. Yeah, they're good. Geek fam, they're grouping up. And bringing in the Luna with that level 2 Eclipse ready to go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And there we go. There's the jump. But immediate rage away. Gabby does not want to deal with this. There is going to be that infest coming in as Lifestealer wants to bail. Shadow Fiend thinking about going in for the ult, but gets silenced up, gets stunned up. Oh god, Nando goes down for the 6th time. That's gotta hurt. Everyone's all slow and sluggish, but looks like they'll find the Ogre as well. He's got one stun to try to buy himself some time, but a double edge right to the face.
There's just no running from this lineup either. I mean,
DJ?
Centaur, Ember,
Is
Earth
he thinking
Spirit.
about it? He's gotta be thinking about it. He's got himself a blink. They will go in. They pop out the infest. It looks like Gabby will find a kill. It's just the Earth Spirit, and they did have to lose their mid for that, but that's still making some good progress. Well, speaking of progress, Geek fam going to work on this Roshan, and the scan does reveal people are hopping in and out of that pit. So Execration know what's going down, and this time they're going to smoke up, and they're not going to waste any time.
I like this. I think you gotta fight this. It's gonna be great timing.
Oh, the Roche is getting so low. Gabby walks into the pit. Can he actually get it down? Velo is melting. Velo's half health, and here we go. The Roshan goes down to the Dire, but Gabby snatches the Aegis. Is going to be a Lifestealer with 2 lives. It looks like he may have to use them, though, as he's going to get focused down once, perhaps twice, but Nando comes in, trying to buy some time. The roll in from Raji a little bit early, but do they have the boulder kick to keep him up? Gabby gonna be moving forward into these Ancients, infest into the big Thunder Hide, and he's on the move. It's going, man, it's going. Oh no, oh no. I believed in you, Gabby.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any way he could have gotten out of that one.
No. Not really much you can do in that situation. There was a nice stolen weave, 55593 too, just to try and counteract the well-placed defensive one from Crimson.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Don't often give this guy enough credit, but throughout all of Geek Fam's play, his drafts have been very on point. Like, I hardly ever feel the Geek Fam get out-drafted for sure, and then he's a solid backbone type kind of player, very like Fly, PPD-esque kind, but they sit in the back, and they just wait to do things on their own course for the most part, you know, more of that defensive stuff. You play CM, you sit back and wait till someone gets jumped on, you frostbite whoever it is, and all that kind of stuff, so. Playing well here again, 0-1-9 so far, looking good.
Yeah, definitely solid performance all around. Poison touches on Basil level 1 are always just... God, you feel like you're walking in molasses with a poison touch on you, just can't get away. Up top, Teehee, he's got himself the boots of travels. Ready over there to try to cut him off, but looks like he's gonna get his game sense rolling.
DJ! Oh! I thought maybe he'd go,
I
but
thought he was
then
gonna
again,
get it. I thought he was gonna get that spidey sense, but not
I
able
think
to find what
Nando's
he
too
wants.
far anyway, honestly. Like, definitely would have ran into some trouble. Probably would have just died to T, honestly.
It is true now. Our Luna, she's going to be slotting up, getting very close to that Manta style.
Tower is under attack.
That's going to be a scary kitty. We've already seen the damage that Eclipse can bring, and this is before slots are filled.
Well, at the very least, Execration delayed their demise by stealing that Roche. Give themselves some more time to
Absolutely.
farm up.
Yeah, Gabby looking a lot stronger on this Lifestealer than the Slark was last game. He's got himself an early armlet, already got the Echo Saber, and he's making some progress towards his Desolator as well. However, he's about to meet all 5 heroes that want him dead. He's going to hop into that Mug Golem, and does he get away with this? The Granite Golem, dude. Golem, get ye gone. That fucker's out of there.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Did they just not
Easy.
chase that?
Soldier's fortune.
Well, top lane, I thought maybe they'd have a chance, but
5593.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Velo wants a bigger fish. He's gonna find one too.
Structures are fortified.
But no, they're all moving down bottom. Good counter push here from Gabby. It's a nice play up here. Don't really have any way to deal with this, so he's gonna do his best Juggernaut impression.
Oh, mid lane here. We've got the jump. Oh, there we go. Nando, he's trying to get off that Requiem. They're gonna go just charge right after him. There's gonna be no more stomp. They do got that double edge, and they go in. That is just another death. They may lose the Centaur here, but Tiki ready to move forward. They get that ult off, or rather the Grave off. onto Velo. He's still up. He's still fighting. He's still moving forward for another double edge. Dazzle
under the
keeping
shrine.
everyone alive, and this is just a massacre here. 5593 TPs to the tower, immediately just ravaged by all the damage coming out of Geek Fam. You can see Lumix standing back, trying to just toss out ignites and fire blasts. You really can't stop the pain that's coming forward. Oh, the roll in, the kickback, the death on the ogre, and Velo is still up throughout this entire thing. He's been going and double edging himself down to 5% health, but Dazzle has been an absolute hero at keeping him up, and this will be the first lane of Rax taken. Luna finishing off the mid as bottom starts to get whittled away as well. It looks like Geek Fam are going for a repeat performance of game number 1, where once they go in and break the base, it's all over. They never let up that pressure.
They have triple remnant back up to Tiki as well, so
oh god,
you
that's
can't even do anything.
damage. With the veil as well. That is... Alright. It's looking pretty solid there for Geek Fam. You can see the drop off on the net worth chart. Gonna be over 20,000 when all is said and done. And we're only 22 minutes in the game, approaching that threshold of 1,000 lead per minute, and that's usually the point of no return.
Absolutely destructive game, top lane.
Oh, they got him. Do they got him?
Ooh.
They don't even got him, dude.
Even without a remnant, that's pretty painful.
Well, Shrine taken out over here, so a little less rune control, a little less jungle control.
Illusion.
Obviously, Lifestealer and Shadow Fiend no longer able to get very close to their Ancient Pit. And Soundix just keeps crawling around now with that full Manta style. It looks like going in for a Scotty as well. That's something I wanted to talk about last game, where Soundix's Juggernaut was just so farmed and so left to his own devices that picked up the Yasha to go for the Manta style, but then just picked up 2 ultimate orbs to straight into Scotty. Don't want to fuck around with that Manta when you got the farm for something bigger.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's certainly like one of those better like split pushing items and stuff, but if you're just 5-manning and winning Dota, don't really need it. This game though, I mean, you're Luna. Manta's just so strong as hero, so
Just, hey, let's
done
push
and done, and
all your racks at once.
And they're trying to get stuff done. Here's the Radiant now, but Gabby, he has the Infest up again. They could try something. I mean, they kind of have to, but double racks down. Very difficult situation to be in. They're just hoping that they're hunting after Nando. They can see Onyx coming. Maybe going to try and fight at the Shrine. Probably their best spot outside the map, so you don't really have a choice.
Let's see here. I love the new Solar Crest pickups. I'm seeing it like almost every game from supports now, and it's just so good. Going forward here, they want to get something rolling, but Velo, he's still there. He goes in. Oh, look at that hoof stomp! Everyone just blasted apart. Oh my goodness, Nando, he's going to be able to go and think about getting home. He TP's out, but the good game is called. Was that like a 4-man hoof stomp? Holy shit.
Yeah,
What
Velo.
a match.
I'm sure Geek Fam happy to have him back. Played exceptionally well to everyone on Geek Fam. Played very well, honestly. They had a great showing today.
That
Yeah.
was certainly a way to go out here. Geek Fam take a decisive fight. Execration, they just roll over. They tap out. Geek Fam are looking incredible. Like you mentioned, having Velo back, always great. And Geek Fam going to be moving forward in Mr. Cat. But we have to say goodbye to Execration.
Yes, that will be the end of their run here. And that means Geek Fam will now be awaiting the victor of Mineski and Warriors Gaming, which will be tomorrow at 2100 SGT. Now, I'll warn you guys now, there might be a slight delay on that by like 20 minutes or half an hour, possibly, just because there is a match for WG before. However, we don't really have any other options in scheduling, so we'll just wait out for them to show up, and we'll have our match then. So 21:20, 21:30, kind of a style match. But before that as well tomorrow, you'll be witnessing Faceless versus Clutch Gamers starting at 1800 SGT, which should be a very nice match. I'm very excited about that. It's Clutch and Faces, of course, both looking exceptional in terms of the group stage, and they never got to play each other yet because they were in separate groups, but both of them coming out on top or near the top in Clutch Gamers' case. So, Annie, I am very much looking forward to that one.
Absolutely. Get to wake up at 2:30 in the morning to cast some Mr. Cat. Oh, boy. But seriously, it's going to be some great games, so stick around, or rather, just check back on the channel tomorrow. It's going to be, 2 a.m. Pacific time. I'm real bad at conversions. 5 a.m.
2 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m.
East
Eastern.
Coast. Okay. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and that will be our Mr. Cat coverage for today. Again, I'm Android. That's Trent Pax. Go ahead and drop us a follow on Twitter if you feel like. And, well, enjoy your day and feel pumped up by this Mr. Cat we witnessed. It was beautiful. All right. See you guys.